So I have a funny feeling this is going to be my quickest review ever. The reason why, it actually has nothing to do with the movie whatsoever. It actually has to do with the lack of information on IMDb, and I really apologize in advance, guys, simply because Lowdown, Dirty Criminals synopsis. When Freddy loses his job delivering pizzas, he and his best buddy Marvin find work with a small-time crook, Spigs. After they botch a straightforward job, Spigs sends them on a fool's errand to kill gangster Donnie Kung, who's been sleeping with his wife. When the wrong guy ends up dead, Freddy and Marvin find themselves crossing paths with someone even scarier than their boss, Uber gangster, the upholsterer, and her hapless henchmen, Samo and Roy. The ensuing chaos escalates into a world of hilarity and violence that'll threaten their lives and force them to reevaluate their career choices. Something that I like to give you guys in my movie reviews, and that is trivia. And there's no trivia for this movie at all. In fact, this movie is so low budget and low key on IMDb that the three main headlining casts, the top billing casts of this movie, literally don't even have their faces on IMDb. That's how unknown they are. Literally. So I'm not going to go into any of that stuff, guys. The only thing I am going to tell you guys is the director of this movie, which is Paul Murphy. Other than that, guys, this movie came out, it hit cinemas this year, 2020, which is so far the worst time in movie history for film to come out ever in the history of Ever Neverland. The duration, guys, of Lowdown, Dirty Criminals is 1 hour and 26 minutes long. It's rated MA15+, and it is a comedy. Now, the reason why I say comedy, guys, is because literally, I laughed in this movie 5 times out loud. You're like, how do you know that you laugh 5 times out loud? Because that's how... It's a very quick movie, and there was 5 moments in this movie that I literally laughed out loud. In fact, the times that I laughed out loud, one of my clients that I took to the movie, he also laughed at those elements of the movie, guys. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Lowdown, Dirty Criminals is not a bad movie. It's actually not that bad. It's pretty good. It's really actually pretty good. In fact, so as the title for Lowdown, Dirty Criminals comes up, it actually says who it's created by, and it says a whole lot of people. So it's actually the movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That's actually what the opening sequence of this movie reminded me of. Guys, don't go into this movie expecting yourself to be crying laughter. Like genuinely. Like, unless you think that stuff's funny. Like, all film is subjective, and especially one of the biggest things about film, that is the hardest thing to actually do in film, is actually comedy. Comedy is actually genuinely the hardest part about film to get right. Like, for real. It is actually genuinely the hardest part to lock down. Making someone laugh is really, really difficult. It's not an easy task at all. People find different things funny. What you might find hilarious, another person might find really stupid. That is the subjectivity of film. That is the subjectivity of comedy. Like, literally, it is what it is, unfortunately. Guys, Lowdown, Dirty Criminals is actually quite a decent film. Like, it actually is. It's not a basket abomination. There is a few slow parts that were so slow, and unfortunately, guys, yes, I have to say, I fell asleep. I didn't want to fall asleep, but it was just, tonally, it just died. I was like, man, that sucks. The villains aren't scary. It is what it is. It's a B-grade movie, guys. It is what it is. That's the outlay of the movie. Now, my audience likes to know, when I do my movie reviews, then I like to give my audience the ability to know this, whether to go back in film and watch it over and over, because some films in life need to be rewatched in order to not only process to get, because the depth of them, like Christopher Nolan masterpieces like Interstellar, but other films as well. And the question that I like to ask you guys, you amazing people out there, is does Lowdown Dirty Criminals have rewatchability, guys? Seriously. And the answer to that, guys, in absolutely no way, shape, or form. Yes, this is a good one-watch film, but never ever would I ever need to watch this movie again. I walked out of it satisfied. I was happy because there's a couple of times, especially when the guy knocks on the door and he asks, who is it? I laughed at that. That was pretty funny. Just the way he did it. It was just, he was so nervous the whole time. The actors and the cast in this movie are really, really good. In fact, if this movie does really good in cinema, like if it gets a really good bounce back and it gets good reviews and responses, I honestly think they're going to do another movie with the same cast, because the cast chemistry in this movie, as awkward, as stupid, as silly as they were, it actually worked. I really appreciated it. I really thought that what they were trying to go for, it worked for me, guys. It really did. It's not a masterpiece in any degree at all, of any way, shape, or form, but it's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. Lowdown Dirty Criminals is a really, really, really well done, executed B-grade film. Truly, it really is. Would I tell you go out opportunity and go and support these guys in cinema? Yes, I would. Go and check it out. You might really, really like it. You might really value this movie. You might get a lot out of it. But hey, who knows? All film is subjective, guys. It really, really is. Guys, I appreciate you being here. I really do. Thank you so much for clicking this link and checking out Lowdown Dirty Criminals. I'm going to wrap this up, but I just want to let you know, if you haven't already and you're new to my channel, one, I appreciate you being here more than anything. Seriously, I value it so much. And two, if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a like, leave a thumbs up, and if you have seen the movie Lowdown Dirty Criminals, leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear back from you guys. You guys are amazing. As I said, I'm keeping this quick because there's just not much information to tell you guys, and it's purely because of the lack of information on IMDb. I appreciate you guys being here. See you next time. This is Superman Steve bringing you a movie review for Lowdown Dirty Criminals. Flying out!